Good evening and welcome to Dan's Corner. I'm coming to you with my glasses on, mostly because I forgot to take them off. So, I'm here in the corner of my room this evening talking to you guys. I would have done a Google Live. I've been doing that a lot with Joe Hanner. Actually, I've done that twice. But I'm doing that with Joe just to get stuff out there. We've had a few interesting conversations, to say the least. We had a couple people join in, help us along there. Many things I'd like to talk about tonight in this video, but I think that'll be better left for the Hangouts on Air. It's through Google+. I hate Google. I hate Microsoft. They're like taking over the world. They have a market on it. It's rude. It's not fair, man. Oh, but tonight I like to look around, look in the corners and everything like that, you know, kind of like a mind freeze thing there, and then you just start babbling on, talking about whatever. 59 seconds into it and I've already lost my roll. Awesome. But tonight tolerance. Tolerance is an excellent topic because tolerance, well, it's like they say when you're at a bar, the woman's only as beautiful as the beer holder. Tolerance is something that people don't understand, because how can someone be tolerant about one thing and not tolerant towards another thing that turns out to be the same thing that they're tolerant about? I'm too much into politics. Had a conversation tonight about a few things, and I just thought it interesting about tolerance, seeing how my words were taken as something that they weren't, and assumptions and ideas and hearsay was taken over what was actually done. I don't like when that happens. I don't like it when I do that. So why should I like it when anybody else does it? But then again, I can get mad at myself for that. But how can I get mad at somebody else for doing something, not only do I do, but I have no control over their emotions. I have no control over their thoughts. I have no control over anything. I mean, sure, there's manipulation techniques. There's verbiage scrambling. Apparently my Facebook is still open. But you know, I'm not that man anymore. I'm not all about the manipulation. I'm not about sugarcoating a whole lot of anything anymore. And when people talk to me, sure, it stings when I'm told something about myself that I don't like to hear. But you know, sometimes it's just gotta be said. And for people who want to hear what they want to hear, it's funny because I used to be told, any problem you have, anything that you've gone through, anything that you're going through, the Bible has it. It's been written, it's been through. Jesus went through it. People in the Bible went through it. Periods of history went through it. And our modern day times are going through it. And it's like, yeah, whatever, but you don't know my situation. Well, yeah, I've yet to find something that I'm going through, my friends go through, this nation's going through, families going through, that hasn't been written about in the Bible. Think on that for a moment. It's been through it all. The Bible has those learning lessons. It really does. And when it comes to tolerance and divisions among people, all throughout the Bible there's divisions. There's people running because people are trying to kill them. There's nations that are being divided because of an ideology. There's people who are being divided, not just a nation, but people as a general being divided because of an idea. Israel was taken out of Israel. Israel was taken out of Egypt. Sorry about that. They're set apart. God was separated from man. Oh, man kind of crucified him, so do you really blame him? But the Bible also talks about, the truth, God's word being like a two-edged sword that pierces between the heart and the soul. Divisiveness, Jesus wasn't bashful when he said, you guys are doing wrong, and if you don't change your way, you're gonna burn. He said that to the Pharisees. They didn't like that much either. So, yeah. I guess my whole point is if you're not going to be tolerant yourself, if you're not going to at least look in to what the other person is saying, what's the point of reacting to it? Because if you don't know what you're talking about, because all you know is your side of the aisle in politics, your side of spirituality, whatever religion you happen to be, and you're not going to at least take a look, a chance on what the other person is saying. You're not going to do any research. You're not going to do any kind of looking. You're just going to, those are talking points. You've been mind warped. You no longer think for yourself. You have someone else controlling your thought process. Be a critical thinker. Don't know what to tell you, boss. But anybody that's watching this, please do your research. Know what you're talking about. Generally, if I post something, I know what I'm talking about. Generally, if I'm speaking to you about something, I know what I'm talking about. And if I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm called on it, you bet your butt that I'm going to try to find out where I went wrong. It's so hard to find the truth anymore. Snopes has been proven wrong. Wikipedia was kind of proven wrong from the start. Unless you go back to textbooks from the 60s, you really don't know anything that's going on. It's sad, so you have to have some kind of discernment, some kind of, and I do apologize for the sound. I know it's squeaking. It doesn't squeak when you first listen to it on my computer, but not everybody can be at my computer. As for the crickets, though, I actually was able to go and get some. Geckos are happy. So were the lizards. Speaking of the lizards, we lost one today. Got wedged between the couch and a table, and was perfectly happy sleeping there. They're crazy little things. Crazy. So, but talking about tolerance and divisiveness, Jesus went around overturning tables because they turned the temple of God into a flea market. God is against the sin of homosexuality, proven many times in the Bible, saying it's an abomination. The Bible also says that God is separated from sin. If you are in sin, then you are not anywhere near God. The Bible talks about fornication. In fact, the word foyer came from the word fornication. Just a little bit of nonsense news there. Let's see. Yeah. Men sleeping with other men, women sleeping with other men sleeping with children. Yeah, it's all sexual immorality. True, Sodom and Gomorrah weren't destroyed just because of the sexual immorality. And that included orgies, that included men with men, women with women, women with women with men, men with men with men with women, the whole assortment of them. It was a whole entire immorality thing. But people like to take what's good in the Bible and junk the stuff that may or may not pertain to them. But they don't want to hear the bad. Nobody wants to hear the bad, myself included. Sometimes you gotta step up. What was that thing they said in Zombieland? You gotta nut up or shut up. I don't know. But, just remember that next time you start getting all, you're being intolerant to somebody. Think about that when you're saying you're wrong and there's no possibility that you could even remotely be right. But I know it. I'm right. Just think about that. Conversations will go differently. Your anger level will drop. And soon you'll be like, whatever, dude. Sorry you feel that way. Whatever, chick. Get trucking. So, a little word of advice. Irritation tonight. And maybe I'll talk about this more on Google Live. We're going to try to do it every Thursday night at about 7 o'clock. Enjoy it. Watch it. And, if I keep my internet up, I might just do a couple of lone solo shows with everything in the background. I really need a room to myself. Night, guys.